Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sade. Thank you for joining me for our astrology talk. For today, we're diving into what does it mean if you have your Mercury in the sign of Leo. Now, if you have not checked out any of my videos on what the sign Leo means, as well as what the planet Mercury means in astrology, head over to my YouTube channel, Hidden Alchemy, where I have tons and tons of videos on astrology, as well as other stuff as well, so you can dive into the meanings of these things before watching this video. Now, let's go ahead and dive into Mercury in the sign of Leo. If you have your Mercury in the sign of Leo, this is mainly going to be for folks who have their sun also in the sign of Leo, and possibly your sun sign could potentially be in the sign of Cancer as well as Virgo. And the reason being is because Mercury does not move too far away from the sun. Now, of course, there's a possibility that if there was a retrograde, maybe your sun sign is potentially in Gemini or possibly Libra, but majority are going to have the Mercury sign of the same sun or the sign before or after that sun sign. Mercury is the planet of communication. It is the planet of how we process information that we experience in the world around us, how we digest that information, how we listen to things, and how we can communicate that information back to other people as cohesively as possible. Now, the sign that is ruled by Mercury is Virgo as well as Gemini, and these signs rule your intellect, your ability to understand information, collect information. Virgo and Geminis are collectors of information, and then how you express that information back to other people. Moving into the sign of Leo, Leo is ruled by the sun naturally. Leo is a masculine sign and it is fixed in nature. So whenever a sign is fixed in nature, it's about stability, it's about sustainability, and of course, it is fixed in how it likes to move and operate within the world. So when you put the communicator in the sign of Leo, which is ruled by the sun, Leos like to be seen, Leos can be dramatic, Leos are creative, and they like to be heard. You're gonna have a person who has a very powerful way of speaking. These are people who, wherever or whoever they are speaking to, they are inspiring others. Leo as a sign likes to inspire others to step into their regalness, step into their personal power, as well as creativity and imagination. So when you have Mercury, which is the sign of communication, in the sign of, which is the planet of communication, in the sign of Leo, these are people who like to creatively express themselves through their speech. These are people who can gravitate an audience. These are people who have that natural charisma and charm about them when they are speaking to others. I wouldn't be surprised if these are people who enjoy public speaking, people who enjoy theater. This is a perfect placement for people who are entertainers and artists, because Mercury is how we express ourselves. If you put it in Leo, you want to creatively express yourself through how you communicate to the public. And these are also people who can be writers. J.K. Rowling has her Mercury in the sign of Leo. Michael Jackson had his Mercury in the sign of Leo, and we all know that he was an extremely creative artist. And Barack Obama has his sun and his Mercury in the sign of Leo. And regardless of your political views, Obama was definitely a person that when he spoke, people listened. And that is the theme of people who have their Mercury in the sign of Leo. People want to listen to you. They want to hear what you have to say. Because 9 times out of 10, if your Mercury is in the sign of Leo, you probably have a dramatic way of communicating. You have the right facial expressions. You have the right tone of voice, because Leo wants to entertain their audience. So when you put Mercury here, these folks love to entertain through their speech. And because they know how to entertain, they know how to gravitate an audience to listen to them. Now, because Leo is ruled by the sun, these folks can speak life into people. And that's why I say this is a very inspirational placement if you have your Mercury in the sign of Leo, because you are going to speak life into others. You're going to inspire others. You're going to use your words to push other people past their boundaries and their limits. Now, on the flip side, because there's always a positive and a negative to everything, these are people who want to be heard. Now, if you watched my Mercury in Aries video, I also made that statement as well, because Aries likes to be first. They like to also inspire other people, but they inspire people from their own independence. And Aries, a Mercury and Aries person can sometimes want to talk over others. Very similar with Mercury and Leo. These people want to be heard, but they want to be heard for the importance of what they're saying. They don't want to just speak for the sake of speaking. They're going to speak from a place of conviction. And that's why these people can be very inspiring, because they speak from a place of conviction and they want to be heard. So because Leo is that sun energy, they are going to demand your presence. They're going to demand your attention, and they're going to demand that you listen to them and feel inspired. And they do that through the conviction and the devotion behind what they are saying. Now, Mercury also rules your skills. And when you have your Mercury in Leo, these are very skillful people because Leo is fixed. So these are people who, whatever skill they're good at, and Leo rules politics, it rules business, as well as the creative arts. These are people that whatever skill they are good at, they want to be the best, because Leo is ruled by the sun. So they want to be seen, they want to be acknowledged, they want to be heard. So these are people that whatever skill they are working on, they want to be great at it. They want to be the best at it. And they want to make sure that they are seen from that skill. A perfect example of this is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant had his sun in Virgo, rest in peace, and had his Mercury in Leo. And Kobe perfected his skills so much so that he could be that person on top. So these are people that really want to make sure that whatever they are inspiring people on, whatever they are showcasing and expressing, that they have developed it and that they can appear to be great, because Leo rules regalness as well as royalty and wanting to be acknowledged for your regalness and your royalty. Something else that these folks can work on is, because they have this need to want to be heard, it can be very hard for them to change their mind on things. Mercury rules the intellect, the mind. Leo is fixed. When these people are passionate about what they are communicating or what their beliefs are, it's very hard and damn near impossible to change their mind. So these are people who can work a little bit more on listening. Listen to other people, not to butt in and change their perspective, but so you can see a new perspective and know that it's okay for two truths to exist in one space. Because these are folks that can be very passionate and very fixed on what they have to say and what they believe in, and they're going to communicate their beliefs with you, but they can also sit back and listen to other people to hear where they're coming from, not try to change their views, not try to impose their views. Because Mercury in Leo has so much force behind their words, it can feel like they're imposing their views on you. But if they would just take a moment, sit back, listen, and understand that two truths can exist in one space, there could be a little bit more harmony to this Mercury in Leo sign. However, all in all, this is a really fun placement to have. These are entertainers, they're actors, they're comedians, because they want to gravitate their audience and they just want to make sure that everyone is having a good time. These are people who are positive speakers. Whenever they notice that other people around them are maybe going through a tough time, a sad moment, they want to give them some words of encouragement so that they can feel good, because Leo is all about moving from a place of joy, a place of inspiration, entertainment, and of course love, because Leo rules the heart space. But that is all that I have for Mercury in the sign of Leo. If you have this placement, let me know how this resonates with you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later for our next video.